Hello my lovelies. So this is going to be the start of pregnancy vlog 2, I think. I'm currently 8 weeks and 3 days. Let me show you what we're looking like. Little baby right there. And this is the real size, still super tiny. I was actually going to say she, still super tiny, but I don't know the gender. A lot of my family think it's a girl, so that's probably why that came out. Smooth operator. Honestly, that song is constantly in my head at the moment. So I need to reverse with you a little bit. We have some really exciting news about appointments tomorrow, an early scan, but also some not very nice information that I just want to share with you because it's our reality, and that is like why I'm doing this vlog, to just share our whole journey with you. I'm just going to put a little trigger warning in because I'm going to be talking about difficult things like miscarriage, abortion, and just difficult pregnancies. So I'm sending my love to you. If this is going to be too much, please just click off. Nate has been tested for Robertsonian translocation because his mum and sister carry it. I'm not the best at explaining this, just saying, so feel free to go Google it if you are into knowing all the ins and outs. It's basically to do with genetic mutation. Willow is getting a bit freaky about the sounds of cars outside. And you can either not carry it and be fine, or if you are affected by it, you can get something called, the one that his family carries, you can get something called Pato syndrome, which is a syndrome that is incompatible with life. It's not like Down syndrome where you can live relatively normally, if you know what I mean. If you are born with Pato syndrome, you will die fairly quickly. I think mostly it's within the first few days or weeks, but some babies will live for a few months or even a year or so, but it's never really longer than that. It also increases the risk of miscarriage, which I believe is like 1 in 4 anyway, which is crazy. Really freaks me out. I hate even thinking about it. So basically he was tested for that to see if he carries it, and unfortunately the test result was positive. So now that means that I'm gonna have to go in for a non-invasive test to find out if baby is not in my boobs, baby is affected by this. So that's just going to be a blood test from me, but it can only be done at 10 weeks or later. So I'm going in for an early scan to find out where I am so that I can get that blood test as soon as possible. So that scan's tomorrow and I'm super excited. I can't believe how quickly we're having our first scan. I just didn't expect it to be that quickly. And I also have my first midwife appointment tomorrow. They want to take my BMI information and just things like that. So yeah, when we find out exactly how far I am from the scan tomorrow, then I'll be booked in for my blood test, and then we will get either a low risk result, meaning baby doesn't have anything and we can just carry on like normal, or it will be a high risk result. High risk result is obviously like worst outcome, but in the event of say a high risk result in Pato, because it will tell you what it's high risk of, it means that it's almost certain that baby does have that. And then if we decided to terminate the pregnancy early, because obviously that baby can't survive anyway, oh, it literally makes me feel sick, then we'd have to go in for an invasive test as well, just to completely underline the fact that baby has Pato. And that's like a needle in the belly, which is really not fun, but neither is the outcome of having a baby with Pato. So it's all very scary, but very low risk. No, very low likelihood. I mean, it's like only 1% or something chance that this will happen. So obviously it freaks you out because it obviously is a potential thing, but it's so unlikely. So I'm just holding on to that, staying positive, focusing on the fact that we get to see baby tomorrow. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going. It's making me a little bit unsure about when and how and who to tell now outside of the close people we've already told. So we'll see. And I don't know when I'm going to start sharing these videos either because of this whole situation. But apparently the blood test results come really quickly. So I'm hoping that in about 2 weeks this whole thing will be done and we know where we're at. Fingers crossed. And also we are praying that we're like at the end of our house situation now, and we're going to be able to give a date very soon to move in and start decorating our first home. So yeah, a lot's going on. Such a mixture of emotions because like obviously being pregnant is messing up your hormones anyway. If you guys have followed me for a long time, you'll know that I have my own mental health things and certain things that I've been grieving over and processing for a long time from my childhood. And so they're cropping up in very new ways now that I'm pregnant, and I'm definitely going to have to try and process those at the moment, but I'm kind of shutting them to the back of my mind. So there's that, and then there's the fact that I'm having an early scan and we've got this genetic issue question mark, and it all just makes me want to go to sleep, to be honest. I've been having so many naps, it's been lovely, but yeah, I feel like that's the main thing at the moment is I'm just tired a lot. I'm getting on with things, but like, yeah, just tired. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film anything else today because there's really not much to say. I've just told you everything that is on my mind. Then I guess I'll see you around tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film in there, so we'll see. I'll obviously update you afterwards anyway. And yeah, I'm very excited. Hello.
Hello.
My hair is still wet from the shower. It is 10 to 9 and we're going to see our baby in like half an hour. Well, a bit longer, but...
Well, a scan off.
So crazy. It's gonna feel so real, I think.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I am feeling a bit sick, but I think it's just nerves. I'm not really sure.
Probably.
So excited. How do you feel?
Yeah. A bit like anticipation nerves, I guess.
Because like we've been following the app that shows the growth progression and things each week, but that's just like a photo of...
Not a photo, is it?
Well, it's...
See, like a generational image of anything,
Yeah,
like,
it's not real.
generated image. And like everybody who looked at the app would see the same image.
Yeah, but now like we're actually going to see the full-on shape and heartbeat of our own one in my belly. So crazy.
Oh my God. I just feel like you're going to look at the screen and be like, what the hell are you looking at? Is it even that kind of scan though, where they will show us a screen?
I think so. This is the thing, like, because we've never done it before, you almost don't want to assume, but...
Yeah, but this is different to what normal people do anyway. This is so early, this is a dating scan, it might not even show us a screen, I don't know.
I think they will.
They might not though, it might just be for them working out how old it is and we won't see anything, you never know.
Yeah. I am kind of prepared for that, but we'll see. Fingers crossed we can see it and get some photos of it or something. Crazy. Anything else to add?
It's gonna be a boy.
We've got a while to wait for that.
3 minutos. Is that Spanish for 3 minutes?
Close enough. I can't hold it still. I kind of expected that we wouldn't have been able to film in this scan yesterday, but I thought we'd at least film afterwards. But guys, we were just so buzzing and on cloud 9 that I completely forgot to like vlog, and I just didn't think about it. I was enjoying my time with Nate and didn't think about updating you. So here I am, another boring section where I'm just sat in this house. Are you joining me? So we went in for the scan. I don't know if I mentioned it, expecting a scan where they have to go inside to do the scan because it's so early on, so tiny. But I went in and they just tried to do the ultrasound on my belly straight away. before, you know, having to go that extra step that might be quite uncomfortable. And I was so shocked and pleased that we managed to see baby with the ultrasound on my belly. Like, I did not expect that, so I was just over the moon. And Nate actually saw it like just before me, and he was just like, oh my god. They confirmed that it's 1 day, they think it's 1 day further than we thought, so 8 weeks and 6 days today. But I've also been told from my midwife that like through every scan they might adjust it by a day or two. It just happens, so I'm not overly bothered by that. We know roughly where we are. I mean, let me go get the scan. Why haven't I even got the picture? Really, look. You've not seen this yet. It's baby. Here we are. Here is little Sprout. So this side is his head, his her. I don't know. I keep saying his and then her, so just ignore me because I don't know what it is. We're too early. This side is the head, this side is the bum. And the most shocking part of it was like seeing it move, because I've seen like on the apps where you can see roughly the size and things as it's growing each week, but it's just like a still image. I mean, it might move slightly, but not like properly. When I was seeing like the live ultrasound, little baby was moving and I could see its heartbeat, and it was just insane. Like, I still can't believe that that is in my belly. It just blows my mind. Apparently it's 2 centimeters big at the moment, which is just so tiny. But yeah, that was a really amazing experience. And then after that, Nate and we literally walked out of the hospital with the biggest smiles on our faces. I think everyone probably knew what was happening. And then we went and got some breakfast and picked up some essential bits in town, which was really nice. Like I said, we were literally just on cloud 9. It was so lovely. That afternoon, I went and had my first midwife appointment, which was just a lot of talking, a lot of questions, but my midwife is lovely, made me feel really comfortable, and they gave me this like massive pack of stuff. And one of the things in here is this Bump Baby and Beyond book, which I don't know if this is different in England or Scotland, but this is the NHS Wales one. And it literally has like absolutely tons to learn in it, which, you know, if it's your first baby or you've not had babies around you to just learn random things from, this is gonna be so useful. There's so many things, like, it's crazy, but it's also laid out in a really nice way, so I'm actually really excited to read this. I suck at reading, but I'm interested. So in terms of the situation with the genetic issue, I'm just waiting for an appointment now to have my blood test, and then fingers crossed we'll just get the results from that pretty quickly. I'm just chilling today. I feel like the last 4 days maybe have been quite go, and I have managed to get naps in between, but I've not had just like a full-on restful day, so that's what today is. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And now I'm just going to sit and read through this. But yeah, that is the update. I'm sorry, I feel like this is the most boring vlog because I've just not really got much to show, and I'm literally just sleeping all the time. So, oh, I did actually manage to go to the gym the other day. I remember telling you I was going to go. During the workout, I was going really chilled. Way lighter weights than I usually use. Way lighter weights than I usually use. Not only because I'm pregnant, but because over the last few months my training has literally just been like this. But I was so tired and I was literally just sat on the machines like, I don't want to open my eyes right now. And also felt like a little bit dizzy. Definitely not the best workout of my life, but I want to definitely keep active. I'm thinking of doing something today, so we'll see if I manage that. Hello my lovelies, we are 9 weeks, 6 days, so 10 weeks tomorrow. I'm not feeling my best, but I feel like I've got a few things to update you on. Doing a couple things, like making Nate tea and just putting some stuff together. And I thought I would just chat to you while I do that, because lately everything I film, I'm just sat down and I feel like it's really boring. I'm also in gym wear for the first time in about 2 weeks. Like, honestly, training has been non-existent for me. Woody is also asking for his lunch, so he's noisy right now. But I'm gonna get the mat out today, do some sort of stretching and light workout. Symptom wise, I've felt very normal over the last like week, other than the last few nights, well, evenings. I can feel tension and soreness building in my upper back, shoulders and neck, which yesterday spread to my lower back as well. So that hasn't been fun, and obviously just makes me feel even more tired. And then also, I know I said that my hay fever has been a bit worse, but a couple weeks ago I had to dog sit for some family dogs, only like 2 hours or so, and I was absolutely fine. I've always had like pet allergies, but very mild. So if I'm around that pet a lot, like if I live with it, I adjust and I don't get allergic to them. These dogs I see like all the time, and obviously like I don't sit in their space, so there is potential for me to get a little bit allergic to them. And I'm just talking like sneezing, itchy eyes, things like that. But the other day I had to dog sit again, and straight away I started to get like an allergic reaction where I just couldn't stop sneezing. I sneezed so much, and some of the sneezes were like violent sneezes where it really like tenses your whole body. And usually like in that kind of scenario, I will recover and just stop sneezing and get better within a couple hours of leaving that situation, like after I leave the dogs or stop dog sitting. But I was only there for like 2-3 hours the other day, and the symptoms continued for about 24 hours. It only really got better from yesterday midday kind of, and I've like had some sneezes since, but really nothing much. I've just like got my dry lips and nose like healing, but I've been slathering myself in Vaseline because that just helps prevent serious redness and cracking that I know from experience. So yeah, that wasn't fun. The kettle is boiled, I need to make this tea. And then I will be back to do a little stretchy workout thing. A little peppermint tea for Nate. I also just randomly decided that I think I want to actually tell people on social media now. So we've told all of our close family and friends, I think. It's kind of like you just never know when is the right time to tell people. But for me, I feel like I'm kind of finding it difficult to not tell people now online, because obviously it's what I do. And although a lot of what I do is literally just like gym wear, try-ons, outfits, I want to move to that more like lifestyle, what's going on in my life, just chilled out content. And obviously that's really hard when you're keeping what for me is the biggest secret of my life and the best news of my life. So Nate is so chill. He's like, yeah, you do you, whatever you want to share, whenever you want to do it, just do it. So that's nice. Like, we've not taken any photos together, and like I don't have a full-on bump or anything, so I don't really know what to post. Although having said that, today I put on a black dress to like properly see my silhouette in the mirror, and I'll put the photos in, and I officially can't suck in the little lump that I've got going on. Lump is a horrible word. No, it is a bump, but it's a very tiny bump, but she is there. She meaning the bump, not the baby. Anyway, I need to go take this to Nate, and then we are gonna get stretching because Lord knows I need it. I'm thinking some yoga. Okay, here's one I actually did a couple weeks ago. It's only like 15 minutes long, but it's kind of just like full body. I think we're just gonna do this, and then I might do some abs afterwards.
I was just somebody longing for someone to hold me. It could be anybody, but you chose me somehow. Now I'm crazy, thinking about you all the time, like crazy, knowing you're here by my side. And who was doing fine on my own, but baby,
4K workout done, which I'm gonna link below. I really enjoyed that one. It has made my lower back on the right side like a little bit sore, but I feel like I've become quite unfit. Because over the last few months I've barely been training, and anytime I have trained since finding out I'm pregnant, I've just not felt comfortable, which kind of just puts me off doing it even more. But I really want to prioritize training because my body is about to go through something insane that it's never done before, so I want to just put myself in the best position possible. But yeah, I am just about to kind of make myself look a bit more presentable so I can do some content for sharing the news. But I just got this in the post from Vinted. I've obviously not tried it on. I'm sure it's going to be fine, but it's the most gorgeous little play suit from ASOS. Really floaty. I just love a red ditzy floral vibe. I just needed more floaty summery bits for when I'm just not feeling good in myself and it's hot. So that was like £5, and then I also got this one the other day, and it's just really floaty and like neutral. It's stunning. I need to wash these because they smell of other people, which is never a nice feeling. But yeah, also before I leave you for today's update, I just wanted to tell you about another reaction I had that I completely forgot about. So Nate and I went into Lush a couple of weeks ago. It was actually the day of the scan, and he'd basically been wanting to get me some bath bits that are pregnancy safe because he knows I like a bath, and it was just really sweet. And so we asked for some advice of what they recommend and what to stay clear of, and we ended up picking up a bath bomb. I can't remember what it's called now, but I can find the name if anybody wants it. And it was supposed to be really mild and simple, but it brought my belly up in a rash, nowhere else on my body, just my belly, which is really freaky. So I'm not planning to use the other one that I bought. And ever since, I've had these like little tiny rash all over my belly since. Like, it's not itchy like it was, but it's almost like still there. It's still not happy, and it's nowhere else on my body, and it just really freaks me out. So if that doesn't go down soon, I think the next time I see my midwife or anything like that, I'm just going to bring it up with them, because this is my first time, and to be honest, everything like that is going to concern me. I'll try and show you. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. I've just got all these little red dots. So yeah, I'm going to go put myself together a little bit, get some content. I'm so excited to actually share it with people finally. It's actually Wednesday today, so I'm guessing I'll try and get my first video up on the weekend, and I'm guessing that's going to be me finding out, which is so crazy. Like, I don't know if I want to share it. I do, but it just feels so vulnerable. Like, I've literally never been in that position before, but the most amazing feelings at the same time. I'm going to love you and leave you and get to work.